poverty. You can see it in many places, including Africa, Latin America, and Central Asia. But are you able to see it here? It's not easy, isn't it? Not when Straits Times have announced that 1 in 35 Singaporeans are millionaires. So about 12 of you here are millionaires. That's great, right? And the idea of poverty seems to be far-fetched. Don't you think so? That's exactly what I was thinking as well when I first came to Singapore. Up till 1 year ago, when I went and volunteered in a non-profit organization called PETABIS. That's where I found out the kind of poor that I would have never have associated with Singapore. The kind of poor that were not able to they don't know when their next meal is. The kind of poor who had second thoughts on spending a single dollar just to get public transportation simply because it was too expensive. And working in PETABIS, I saw a girl, not like any BGR or anything, but the thing is, she was a young girl who had full potential and hopes and dreams of the future. But because of poverty, she became an outcast. She was frustrated with the environment because she thought no one understood her. She became rebellious. She sought out friends through smoking. Did she not know that smoking was bad? Did she not know that she might be throwing away her future? I'm pretty sure she did, but not to the full extent. Maybe because she thought that I won't be able to get that anyway because of my poor situation. So her tutors and I tried to share as much time with her and tried to convey as much message to her. And one day, we told her a secret. We told her that education is the enabler. And I had the same enabler, thanks to my father and his father, both who had a steadfast belief on the infinite multiplier effect on education on a human life. My grandfather did not have a proper education system because of his circumstances, but he made sure that his children did. And thanks to him, my father became an degree holder, the first in his village. And thanks to that, I migrated to Singapore, and I'm here a standing testament of the enabling power of education. That is why I'm convicted that education is able to realize the things that many of those who don't will just dream of. But you might say that education has an accessible difficulties. Like I was continuing, the Singapore education system boasts to be the most accessible and the most trustworthy in the world. But why is there an issue? Because there is competitiveness in the system. And because of that, there are individuals who are inevitably left behind. And because of their unspectacular academic performance, they're eventually frowned upon, biased against, and soon just hidden away from our conventional society. And they will be marked as a small group of outliers. That brings the question where, if it's just 1%, isn't that 1% even too much? And that is the crux of our issue. In my time in Patabis, I met children who weren't able to come for free classes because their parents were sick and they weren't able to bring them there. There were children who missed the educational opportunity because they did not have money to come there and get the education that they needed. So here's my proposition. I urge you to, no, I challenge all of you here. In the economy that we are going towards, which is uncertain, and those who are considered as privileged, we shall start performing community service in our own community first. I am not against those people who are going overseas to do volunteer or building homes or schools, but my opinion is that we have to realize our people in need and help them first, and just maybe we might be able to eradicate the global poverty issue one step at a time. Thank you, everyone.